Hello, everyone. I'm making an appearance here after a very long time because I've been in the thick of packing and moving. We're slowly settling into our new life in California, and we are just loving so many aspects of life in this part of the world. Moving cross country has taken everything out of me. It has required a lot of energy and time and attention and a willingness to embrace change, right? So we're so slowly settling into life here. The weather is absolutely wonderful. It's just been consistently in the 70s, something we don't see too much of in the Chicagoland area where I come from. So, that being said, I'm slowly starting to get back to work. This week, I started my sessions with clients, and I've started engaging with my Facebook group. And for the first time in several weeks, here I am talking to you all today. So, um, thank you for being here. If you're live, say hello, give me a thumbs up, a heart, or something to let me know that you're watching live. Um, and yeah, it just feels good to be back. It feels good to be thinking about work, to be engaged in my work, which I love so much, and speaking about things that matter to me. So, I wanted to spend a little time talking about this idea that pain is not the enemy, pain is the teacher. When we struggle with pain, whether it comes from loss of any kind, the death of someone we love, um, or a life situation, a crisis that places us in the path of pain, our first tendency is to resist it. We push against it. We don't like that it showed up in our lives. We do everything we can to move past it, to overcome it. That is our typical human response to pain. But what if we didn't um, look at pain as the enemy? Because pain really isn't the enemy. It's the fact that it hurts so bad that makes us resist it and resent it and want it gone. But when we look at the human journey involves pain. We can't go through this human experience without experiencing discomfort and pain. Any kind of change involves growth. It involves stepping out of what is familiar into something that is unknown and strange and does not feel good. And pain accompanies us on that journey. Think about a woman giving birth to a child. Many of you are women who have children, so I can use that example. A woman giving birth is doing something miraculous and magical. That moment of transformation, of becoming a mother, of birthing this baby, involves a tremendous amount of pain. And yet, the pain of contraction is necessary for this birthing process to happen and for her to have the joy of holding her newborn in her arms. It is no different with any other human experience that we go through. Any human experience that we go through involves change, and change is often accompanied by discomfort. It could range anywhere from mild discomfort to extreme discomfort, and extreme discomfort is what we call pain. But if we look at pain as our enemy, here's what happens. We don't make room for an enemy. We push against an enemy. We don't want to have anything to do with someone or something we think of as the enemy, right? Think about people you don't like, people who's whether it's family or friends. If you are with people that you don't have a good connection with, that don't uplift you, that make you feel that draggy downward sense of energy, you want to do everything you can to stay away from their space. You don't want to have anything to do with them. You'd rather avoid them. Maybe you avoid family functions to which you know they will show up, or you try not to be in their space. And when we avoid pain, or when we look at pain as our enemy, this is our response. We don't want to have very much to do with pain. We want to shut down, we want to numb, we want to distract ourselves, we want to run away from it. We don't really embrace it. And when we don't embrace pain, pain cannot show up and teach us what we are meant to learn. There is another approach, a more effective approach, and that is to look at pain as a teacher. Now, when we are in pain, we don't really want to look at pain as a teacher. We want it gone. Don't get me wrong, I have been in the same space back in 2009 when my mother died. The pain felt awful. It felt like a weight, a crushing pain in the middle of my chest. It felt like a boulder sitting in the middle of my chest, and I didn't like it. I wanted it gone. So I get what you're going through. I'm not saying this because I'm not saying this from a place of being flippant or being philosophical. It's neither. I've been through pain, and it's not just the death of my mother. I've been through several experiences in my life that have caused me agonizing pain. But I know now that as a human being, we showed up as souls on this journey to go through change. We can't be humans here and say we don't want change. It goes against the very grain of who we came here to be. We came here as souls, but we came here in human bodies, and being in a human body means changing. You know that the cells of your body are constantly changing. Every few weeks, every cell in your body is being regenerated. If your body didn't do that, you would not live. We would not live if our bodies didn't regenerate. So change is part of the human experience. And so is mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual change. We change on every level. So when we change, we have pain, right? And when pain shows up, we have a response that is unpleasant and negative to pain. We don't want pain. But if we can look at pain as a teacher, then we have the opportunity to be open to it and to learn lessons from it. And when we can have that experience, that attitude of embracing pain, pain can really teach us. It can deepen us. It can grow us in ways we could never have grown without it. The fact that I'm sitting here speaking about this to you means that pain has really deepened my life experience. It has carved me into something that would not have been possible if I hadn't had any pain in my life. Because when we are in the middle of a crisis, that is when we experience true awakening. That is when we begin to ask, why am I in pain? What is this pain trying to teach me? How am I meant to grow through this pain? And how can I use this pain to become more of who I am? Am I going to be diminished by my pain, or am I going to be expanded by it? These are questions that surface in your heart only when you are in crisis. And that is why the experience of existential crisis is necessary to our awakening. We can't awaken our souls if we don't have experiences that crush our spirit, that test our resilience, that push and challenge us in ways that we haven't been challenged before. So if you are in any pain today, whether it is, hi Manpreet, nice to see you here. So if you're in pain of any kind, whether it's physical pain you're dealing with, chronic pain of some kind, whether it is deep emotional pain that is arising because you feel a disconnection from your life, you are depressed, you're anxious about some situation in your life, maybe you feel disconnected from yourself, you feel a lack of purpose and meaning, and you're wondering, you're going, I know I'm here to do something, I just don't know what that thing is. If only I could figure that out, my life would be so much fuller and richer. All these situations cause pain in our lives. But can you allow pain to be your teacher instead of the enemy? That's the question. And when we embrace a teacher, So think of it as having a coach or a teacher. You don't always like what the coach is saying to you. You don't always like what your therapist or coach or teacher is saying to you, but you know they're coming from a place of um, extreme concern and investment in your well being. It's no different when it comes to universal pain. When the universe brings pain into our lives, it is to deepen our awareness. It is to expand our soul. It is to enrich us so that we can become bigger than who we were before that pain happened. So if you can look at the pain that you're in as your teacher and ask, how can I use this to be expanded? How can I use this to increase my awareness, my self awareness, and my awareness of life and people and what I'm here to do, who I came to be, what I came here to create? Then pain will open you up to the next version of your life. Then pain will open those doors which you are meant to walk through, so you can then offer your gifts to the world. That is the true purpose of pain. And I'm going to be speaking about all of this in my session, which is titled "Pain is a Portal to Your Purpose," at a live conference which is happening in November 16, which is a Saturday. This conference is called Renew, and it's happening in Naperville, Illinois. There are 5 speakers who are going to be speaking about different aspects of pain and loss and the grief experience in the Marriott at Naperville. And registrations are open. There's a wonderful early bird registration right now at $75. This is a day-long workshop, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Marriott in Naperville on November 16th. So if this is something you would like to participate in, please sign up. I will drop the link in the comments right after I finish the video, but this is going to be a very exciting and useful experience for you if you're looking for answers. All 5 of us will be speaking about different aspects of pain, of loss, of grief, of healing, of how we overcame the challenges that we experienced in our lives in order to create purpose and meaning and joy. So I'd love for you to check that out. If this feels like a good fit for you, and or you know of someone who you think this would serve, please pass on the information to them. The conference is called Renew. It's happening on the 16th of November, and I'll pop the link right after I finish saying goodbye to you. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have a beautiful day. I send you so many blessings, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.